Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for My Hero Academia 165. Now, all this chapter was about was those four people, their individual attempts to win over the kids, with the chapter ending off with them gonna have a group attempt to win over the kids using their quirks. Show them off their quirks, show them how cool they are, and therefore win over the kids that way. And now I did think, why don't they do that while I was reading the chapter? Because it seems like the young kids. It seems like the most easiest way to win them over was to do that. But this chapter was funny. When we had the attempts of Shoto, Baku, and Mr. Bison, I'm going to call him until I learn his name, their attempts to win over their kids. And now each attempt was oh sorry, forget that. Each attempt was funny, but I was going to say each attempt was funnier after the next one, but I don't think that was the case. But my personal favorite one was Mr. Bison's one, where the kids were like, if that's the case, then you're making things more difficult by having to do these extra classes. And he's like, oh, true. And then this whole Bowen thing, that was funny. But Baku's was funny as well. I didn't really find Shoto's one too funny, but it did have a humorous side to it. The most of the chapter was humorous, and then we have a bit of the chapter where we go back to All Might's conversation with Shoto's dad talking about the similar piece. And I really like that how within this they imply that the symbol of peace is not just one thing. There could be All Might was the first symbol of peace, but there can be different types of the symbol of peace. And All Might is telling Shoto's dad, don't rush into things, do things your way. If you are to become a symbol of peace, you'll do it in your own way, in your own time, your own style, whatever. It also does kind of imply that he won't become a symbol of peace. And I think this also implies that the symbol of peace that Deku will become, if he is to become a symbol of peace, will be different to All Mights. And now you're probably thinking, how can it be different? And the only way I can think of how it can be different for now is simply Deku doesn't become the type of guy who pushes his friends away. We know that All Might pushed away Sir Night Eye. Maybe Deku will just be a guy that who can keep his friends close to him and still achieve his goal of becoming the symbol of peace. So there's everything to happen within the chapter. Like I said, humorous chapter. We had a little serious moment there, but the majority of the chapter was humorous. Going into next chapter, we do see the kids have quirked up, and Becky's getting excited about this. So there is no, it's not going to be a full blown fight. When they're kids, they probably hardly know how to use their quirks, but we are going to get, I reckon, just a little bit of a tussle where the kids see the four people's quirks, they realize how cool they are, and there'll probably be a moment where some of the kids, don't know how to use their quirks. They have trouble using their quirks, and they get advice about how to improve using the quirks, and that leads to the whole winning over thing. But that's what I predict to happen. And I want to mention that how the mic hero mentions how why they having so much trouble um winning over these kids. So it seems like even though these four, they're probably, well, I know Shoto, Baku, and the other guy are strong, but even though these guys are so strong, they've got the strength to be a hero, they just lack the heart. So this is what this is really about, them developing the heart of a hero. And I'm going to give this chapter 3-star rating according to review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.